How you doing, folks? Aaron Kelly here. I'm running for Mayo County Council in the Claremorris electoral area on June 7th. I think this is video log 3. Probably should apologise a little bit for yesterday. I was definitely feeling it yesterday. I was frustrated with some of the things going on. And it kind of came out in that video yesterday, and I was hungry and I was hangry, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But I imagine the frustration definitely came through. And I had a Fine Gael canvasser at my door last night. Now, thankfully, I didn't actually video that. I was thinking at the time it was a pity I didn't video it, but yeah, I was aggro. And it was a mistake because the guy there at the door, the canvasser, it wasn't the candidate himself. Like I said, it was a guy who was getting to help him. And the reality is, he didn't know what he was doing. He was handing me a Fine Gael flyer, and he really didn't understand what he's helping there. He doesn't understand that he's helping to facilitate the mass immigration in their country. I think some of the local Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael candidates are playing this card of but sure, we've no power, it's nothing to do with, I disagree with the leadership and all the rest of it. Look, bollocks. I'm sorry, that's weak at best. Probably treasonous at worst, but anyway. So I had a pop at him, and that was kind of yesterday. I mean, he timed that badly, so I don't know if his colleague was videoing it in the car. If so, and they pushed it out, and there was me shouting at a Fine Gael guy. So be it, But anyway, listen. This video log, I want to actually get into this area now of getting votes. How the hell are we going to actually get votes here now? Couple things I would just say first of all. I decided Tuesday week ago. So basically I've got 4 weeks, and from that point, I said it was the Wednesday actually when I started. So that would be the first thing. If you're going to run, try and plan ahead. If you can hit the ground running when the campaigning starts, that'll be good. Because I'm still in the organising that end of things at the moment, when really I should be hell for leather out there now trying to collect votes. So how do you go about it? What's step one in all this? How do you go about this? As far as I can reason through in my head, you need, I guess, 2 things. First thing is you need to get the people in the area that you're voting for. Get the people in there that are voting, the electorate. They need to know that you exist. That's first. I mean, they might disagree with you, but that's first stage. You kind of let them know that there's a person. There's a nationalist candidate there, and at least they're aware of you. Then they can say they can disagree and not vote for you and all the rest of it. But we're going nowhere. First they have to be aware of you. So awareness is the first thing. Convincing them then to actually vote for you is the second thing. But first they've got to know you exist. They've got to know you're running. Say even if they disagree with you. So how do you go about that? So this is the publicity. Being part of the Irish people, being in a nationalist grouping, I guess. We're not going to get any interviews on RTE or anything like that. Their plan will be just to, exactly like we talked about in step 1, just to try to stop people realising that there are nationalist candidates running in their constituency. And that'll be their tactic, just to ignore us. Like the old Gandhi thing, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. I know he was a socialist and all that, but a lot of wisdom there. So how do you go about that? So ruling out kind of getting TV appearances and all the rest of it, like, geez, I mean, imagine you get 1 appearance on RTE, and that's your name, or people would be kind of discussing you, even if they didn't like you, be discussing you. The fact they don't like you would still be publicity, as it were. Maybe they might tell somebody who actually does have national sympathies. But okay, So taking that out of that's not going to happen. We're really down to the way I see it at the moment. I could be completely wrong about this, but this is me I'm trying my best here. I figure you need there's kind of five things you need to start to get votes. Exposure. The first one is flyers. If you're going to speak to somebody in the street, whether it's for 10 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, you need to have something that you can give them that they can actually go through in their own time in the house and look and then see if they agree with your policies and want to vote for you. So you need leaflets. That's step one. And I believe then you need people, posters, and petrol. That seems to be the kind of the key ingredient in all this. People, posters, petrol, leaflets, and the social media thing. Because we don't have the RTE thing, we're not going to have that mainstream exposure. It has to be online. That element has to be happening. I think if you're going to try and do this and not have the online thing done with no RTE and no online, I don't think that's realistic. Maybe none of this is realistic, but I think definitely in that case. I'm not good at the whole online thing. In fact, I came off all of it, the Facebooks and the Twitters and all the rest a long time ago, and I just refused to go back into them. But fortunately, I have a friend, Irish People supporter, if you like, that is taking care of all that for me. He's willing to go in. I think he's made Facebook and Twitter accounts and all that. And he made this YouTube account for me. I just sent him the videos and he makes it happen. And then, of course, I don't really understand that. So he may be better to speak about that. But, yeah, there's forwarding in groups and all the rest of it. And there's a weird thing at the moment where there's a lot of, what do you want to call them? Nationalist, awake, whatever, groups. And obviously the nationalists they're running are trying to get exposure in there. So they're trying to kind of post their promo stuff in there. And then but that's a delicate line because, people don't want their groups kind of flooded with this. And this actually appeared in one group this morning. I was kind of saying, they were saying, look, maybe I'll just set up a separate group, so I can put my promo stuff in. I'm thinking, look, lads, there's 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks there's all these groups around this infrastructure, if you like, is being created. I don't think we should be creating separate groups and all the rest of it. I think, look, the people in the groups that aren't interested in this, that, are complete disillusioned with politics or not going to vote or whatever, I can understand them getting grumpy that, look, this group is supposed to be about migration or whatever. I know it's all political, boys. I understand that, completely empathise, sympathise, and I would just say, look, lads, it's going to be 3 weeks. Just can we all just grin and bear it? And plus the candidates as well. Kind of keep an eye on your guys and speak to them. Make sure, look, don't flood the groups with kind of promo material. You'll actually end up probably turning them against you, if it's too much. Like those posters, around the place when you see, you drive down the street, there's 11 of the same face. By the time I get to the end of that, I'm actually, if I wasn't answering them before, I am now. Like, it's just me. But, so I just think we should, look, the nationalist candidates that are promoting in the groups, all the rest of it, look, try just keep it sensible. Stick a post in maybe one every couple of days or so. But don't flood it. And the people in the groups that are kind of a bit miffed about that, look, this will all be over on June 8th. And the groups will all go back to the way they were after that, or presumably. So. The social media thing, you've got to have the social media thing. If you're a nationalist candidate, if you're an independent candidate, if you're or running under Irish People, I absolutely believe you have to have that. Posters, it's a good idea to put posters up. Kind of people petrol posters. Posters are obviously another way to get people to this first step to know you. That there's something there. Now, we're in a little bit of kind of weird position because the Irish people, look, finance is a part of it, but also we're trying to take personality out of it. You shouldn't really be voting for me because you know me and you like me. You should be voting for me because you agree with my policies. You agree with what I'm about. Even if you don't like me, but you agree with my policies. That's the way we should be voting. So, look, finance definitely did come into it, but... So the Irish People posters don't have any names or faces on them. It's supposed to be it's about the principles. It's about what if you're standing for Irish people, you know the seven. You can go to the website irishpeople.org and see the seven principles and see what people are about. It's not supposed to be about personality. It's supposed to be about the movement. So I have some posters. Irish people gave me. I was late in, so I got the dregs of the promo material. I think, but look, I'm not. Such is life of it. If I'd made my decision earlier, I probably could end up with more posters or whatever. But this is such is life. We've got to make do with what we have. So I have some posters, I don't know, less than 20. Maybe that's not a bad thing, but or is it me just kind of trying to see the positive in the whole thing? But I'm going to need a few of those actually, because I'm going to try and do a speaking event or whatever in Claremore Square. We'll talk about that later. So you're going to need some. I know independents that are not putting up any posters at all. Fair enough. There's no law that says you have to put up posters. But I think if you could put up some, at least, it would definitely help. On that, geez, yeah, looking around the towns at the minute, God, what must the budget be for these people? The Fianna Fáil, the Fine Gael, the Sinn Féiners and all the rest of it. I just don't know. Well, of course, if you've got money to do it. I suppose we would. If I had a bunch of money, I suppose I would. Yeah, just print up a whole load of posters, Irish people. Here's my face and the name and that, and put a good bunch up. But it's not an option, so there's not much point whinging about it now. I think I'll, probably at the end of this video I'll tack on. I just kind of put the posters up outside there just to see for myself what I actually have, and what I have to work with. So posters, look, would be a big help if you had at least some, in my opinion. Flyers, you're going to need flyers. You're going to need at least a few thousand flyers, to hand out in the street if you're doing a speaking event, if you're doing a promo on the street, or you're going door to door, you're canvassing, and anything like that. Really, you want something to put in the hand. People, you're gonna need some mates. I say there probably are people trying to do this all themselves, and that I absolutely couldn't. It's even the social media thing. If I didn't have Colin to do that, I don't know kind of where it would be at all. I know we're not exactly exploding on social media or anything like. Mind you, I think we've 10x our subscribers since the intro video, but it's gone from about 2 to 22 or something like that. But anyway, very appreciative to Colin for that. Fair play to you, mate. People. You're gonna need some people, because if you're gonna do some canvassing, like door to door, going around the state and handing in, you don't want to do that yourself. You want more flyers, so if you've got a few people, you can get more doors done. And particularly if you're the actually candidate as well, you're the person that they'll stop at the door and they'll kind of ask questions and that. You can end up like a 5-minute conversation with somebody at a door. Sure, how many houses you can get done a night if you're going to spend 5 minutes per door? So you need a squad of guys. I don't know exactly. I'd say if you could get half a dozen guys or girls, of course, to agree to help you, hand out flyers and all the rest of it, that would be a massive help then. So for example, for myself, yes, the flyers, look, there was a whole hassle with the flyers. And basically, I don't have flyers in my hand yet at this stage. What is this, like 16th or something? 17th? Jesus Christ. And they're not in my hand, but they'll be in my hand. They're printed, and yes, because we're trying to get the cheapest one and all. Maybe that wasn't the smartest thing, but look, money's tight, so they'll be in my hand on Monday. So I'm kind of really just structuring this now. Okay, to work from there. I'm putting the whole plan together. I really it's Friday now. I really feel after 3 weekends really. And to kind of make the decision this morning, okay, look, I'm not going to start getting on the blower now today and trying to get people, look, will you come and do a thing in Claremorris Square for a couple of hours, maybe on Saturday or whatever, because I don't have the flyers. It's gonna look silly. I'm not prepared, and I wish it was, and I could get out this weekend, but it looks like I'm gonna have to just accept I can't really do that. It's just not gonna be effective. It's gonna look really amateurish if you have nothing to give them. And I don't want to give that impression. So I'll have 2 weekends to actually do some, like be in Claremore Square. I think I'm going to borrow a PA system. We're trying to let people know where we are. And if we have a few guys, some of the boards up, and a few guys around handing out the leaflets, then, job done. For me, I don't think I can that's as good as I can do. People, petrol. I just seem to be driving all around the place. Most of the videos are done in the car because you just seem to be in the car all day. In the car, in a meeting, or in front of social media seems to be kind of the process at the moment. But admittedly, I've just been feeling my way on this. So yeah, leaflets, people, posters, petrol, and social media. That's for me. I mean, if you can get yourself on local radio, or you're not going to get the biggies, like you're not going to get an RT or anything like that. You're not going to get a positive article about you in the Irish Times or anything like when you're shouting about mass immigration. Irish slimes, as John Waters says. So that is kind of the broad strokes, if you like. Now, everybody's going to get their own things. I was speaking to a colleague this morning, saying that it's quite funny because she's quite nervous and that. So we mentioned this public speaking thing. Am I supposed to? I don't care. She's running in Swinford, and look, she's like a lot of people, Irish people, doing this for the first time, not comfortable with public speaking, and all the rest of it. So for her, she's going, no, I'm going to hit the pubs and the shops and that, outside the chapel, maybe on Sunday, that sort of thing. So yeah, 100% fair play. And when she said it, I'm like, all right, okay, yeah, I'm okay with the public speaking. I'm not that afraid of it. Don't get me wrong, I get nervous every time when you're public, I'm going to say something really stupid. And then it's on video, and then forever, everything you say after that, you don't have to listen to him. He said that thing wrong once that day. But that was, absolutely. It was a really good idea. Get into the pubs and that. I think you have a lot more sympathy in that particular environment. And the shops, absolutely, man. If you can get your local shopkeeper on side, that's the man that'll kind of mention it to other people when they're coming in and all. So there's a lot of little things that we can do, and we've got to be clever like that. We don't have resources, and we're up against a thing with practically unlimited resources. So we've got to be smart, and little things like that are very, very clever. And you'll obviously come up with your own ideas. I mean, your own area, your own personality. You'll have certain little bits that you can employ for it. But that's the where are we on the time? Are you kidding me? 18 minutes. All right, okay. I'll just better cut it there. Leave it at broad strokes, and I'll do a little. I'll tack on the little the thing of the posters at the end. And look, it's just I'm still going to stop talking because it's 18 minutes on the thing. And Colin keeps telling me if I make them too long, nobody will watch them. So nobody other than the 23 subscribers or whatever it is we had. Please hit the sub thing. That's it. I think, yeah. We'll just leave it there. That's the broad strokes. If you have any ideas or questions or any of that sort of kind, I stick them in the comment thing. Colin and I'll do the kind of filtering thing. If there's if he finds something he thinks I should mention in the video. But that's it. Listen, Aaron Kelly running for Claremorris local election area on June 7th. Please consider giving us a vote. Aaron, goodbye. Okay, folks, I just want to show you the posters we have. So I'm gonna in Claremorris area. I'm gonna have 5 different types of posters. I think this one, something has gone very wrong with Ireland. It's a very good one. I think it catches the attention there. I think the other really good one then is Hello World, Goodbye Ireland. I think that's a very good one. Again, I think just the whole picture 1,000 words thing, I think that's a great one. So I've got a few of the something's gone very wrong with Ireland. I think I've got 3 of those. I think I've got 3 Goodbye Irelands here. Hello World, Goodbye Irelands. And then the other ones I have are some of the policies, not all the policies. So obviously there's the housing, which is really the migration.
issue, the housing and migration, exactly. They're totally intertwined. Trying to separate them is just is silly, misleading. So we've got the housing one, no housing, no families in the future. So it's kind of got a bit of family values in there as well. Education, obviously, being a huge one for me. The woke indoctrination in schools, leave our kids alone. Yeah, that gets me a bit angry, that one. Unfortunately, I've only got one of the education. I think I got a couple of the housing. We've got three, I think, 3 or 4, the top 2. And then the other last one I have is the NGOs. Which, if anybody's watching this and doesn't know, I wish I had the exact figure, but there's over 30,000 NGOs in Ireland. We're saying here, how did the NGOs capture government policy and the media narrative? The NGOs are just a wing of globalism, a different. There's my neighbours now. Great. The NGOs are just another front on the whole globalist agenda in Ireland, which is basically that second poster there places. So that's it. Those posters will be going up. I haven't got very many. I don't know how many is there in total. I think I have like 18 in total, but I'm going to need a few for. Going into Claremorris and just having a few boards up around when I'm hoping Marion's got a megaphone that I can use. But yeah, so I kind of need to hang on to a few of them for I suppose campaigning in Claremorris, on the streets or whatever. And the rest will go somewhere up around Claremorris. That's a job on the list now. And so that's it. So I just want to show you the posters. I suppose seeing as I'm here, there's me spuds. I've got the spuds in. I've got nothing else in. That's actually carrots and parsnips over there. I'm going to seed this year. They're from last year. I'm trying to get seeds, but you can see the rest of it. My garden is not happy with me running for local office here because it's getting ignored. And there, just finally, there's me proud tree.